Hello, my name is Aggie Seiler. I live in Queensland, about 4 hours northwest of Brisbane on my husband's family cattle farm. I'm the mother of 2 small children. Prior to motherhood, I had a career in nursing, and I am a long-standing supporter and member of the World Transformation Movement. Since I was 18 years old, I have had a copy of one of Jeremy Griffith's publications with me always. This started with Beyond the Human Condition, which travelled through the stock camp in the Gulf of Carpentaria. Free, The End of the Human Condition, which I had with me during my university days in Brisbane, where I was studying science. Species in Denial came with me up to the Northern Territory when I worked on a cattle station and was studying nursing externally. I finished nursing, and this came overseas with me in my Europe travels. And Jeremy's most recent publication and definitive work, Freedom, The End of the Human Condition, which was launched in 2016, and where I picked up this copy at the London Royal Geographic Society when Jeremy was there with Sir Bob Geldof launching this publication. As outrageous as it sounds, Jeremy Griffith has put together the pieces of the jigsaw puzzle of trying to understand human nature. And he's cracked it. He's come up with the biological explanation of the human condition. His work is as I said, it's the pieces of all the jigsaw puzzles of all the efforts of human inquiry, and it provides the big picture for why we are the way we are. His ideas put forward by Jeremy Griffith are self-confronting, and as the famous psychoanalyst Carl Jung said, that wholeness for humans begins in owning our own shadow. And while it is self-confronting, it does finally allow us to own our shadow and understand human behaviour in a way that we've really never, ever been able to understand before. So the World Transformation Movement has pioneered a very, very clear path of how we apply this understanding to our life and how we transform our lives. We do this to end the human suffering on the planet. We do this to heal this planet and the devastation that our psychological position, our behaviour has inflicted on the natural world around us. This understanding gives us a hope and an excitement that really has until now has never really truly felt possible. I guess you've got the picture now that after 20 years of carrying these books around with me, living out my 20s and early 30s, all sorts of adventures and reading lots of things, looking into all sorts of books and ideas about human nature and how to live a better life. I keep coming back to this idea, and I keep coming back to what Jeremy has put forward. I just encourage you with all my heart to investigate this information for yourself. So investigating the information put forward by Jeremy Griffith is as simple as just exploring the websites that we have now, exploring the main World Transformation Movement website. There is an incredible amount of free publications, videos, discussions that you're able to access now. Exploring this concept, understanding the human condition, what that really means, and how that applies to yourself, and ultimately how it applies to your role in making the world a better place. So I urge you to join us in this movement, this world transformation movement. Thank you.